Yeah, I'm retarded. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Recently I did a video in the last month or two, probably a couple months, on the RA-535 trigger from Rise Armament. That, in my opinion, is the GOAT of AR triggers. Phenomenal trigger. However, there was a lot of people that said to me, it's a little out of my price range. Well, Rise Armament has triggers that are well within what I would say most people's price range. So here is one that is a step down in price, and that is the Blitz trigger. Now this is a drop-in cassette style trigger, just like the rest of, well, with the exception of one, just like the rest of Rise's triggers. So let's get into this bad boy and see if maybe this fits your needs. All right, a little bit of housekeeping really quickly. I have purchased 5 or 8 Rise Armament triggers. I use them in basically everything I own as far as ARs go, or AR style firearms with the AR lowers, including PCCs, and they have been great triggers all the way around. However, Rise did send this one to me. So in return, I also purchased the ambi safety and the mag release button. So I'm going to touch on those very quickly in this video as well, although this is about the Blitz trigger. I just want to let you know that this is the one and only time that Rise has ever sent me anything. I have otherwise spent many hundreds of dollars with them in the past because they're, quite frankly, my favorite triggers. And to top that off, if you would do me a massive favor and check out the links I have in the description down below. There's one that says website discount codes. In that, you will find a discount code for Rise Armament triggers. It is RTT20, and it'll get you 20% off any Rise trigger. Now, it is good for triggers only. However, they have tons of good products on their website. But RTT20 will get you 20% off Rise Armament triggers. Additionally, down in the pinned comment, there will be another link to Copper Jacket Arms. That is my company, me and a friend of mine. That is our company that we just started, and it is a website for all of your pew needs, so to speak. So check that out. We are doing our best to make sure that we bring you the best prices we absolutely can on that site, so check that out in the pinned comment as well. Let's get back to the Blitz trigger. So to touch on the mag release, works very well. The mag release button, it is a little extended. It has some serrations on it, makes it nice and tactile on the bare finger, has some grooves in it, so that is very nice. That is a very nice addition to the firearm, as well as this is a 60-degree safety. Now, everything else I have is 45-degree safeties. This is a 60-degree safety, and it is an ambi safety, toolless install. It has a detent system as opposed to the bolt-in or screw-in that screws in the levers. So, yeah, that has worked very well, and as you can see, it is very smooth as well. This is what you're here to see, though. Yeah. So Rise Armament carries a bunch of different triggers at a handful of different price ranges. Again, I think that they offer something for every price range, from the Rave 140, which is their sort of more budget model. Fantastic trigger. I have like 3 of them, all the way up to like the RA-535 and a little bit more expensive triggers. The biggest difference between each Rise trigger is going to be the size and shape and feel of the trigger blade, with material, things like that, and the feel of the brake and reset. So those are pretty much, I mean, they do have a 2-stage trigger that's a drop-in. They also have a 2-stage trigger that is a mil-spec style. But as far as their cassette style drop-in triggers, the 3 biggest differences are going to be the feel of the reset, the force and feel and weight of the reset, and the feel of the brake. And of course the distance of the reset. So those things, and then of course the shape and how the trigger blade is. Now this one here has the black trigger blade in it, and it is available with a red trigger blade as well. I get black. If you are a Strike Industries fan, you're probably going to get red because the rest of your rifle has red crap all over it. But this is a nice trigger. They're all nice triggers, but this is a nice trigger. So the difference between this and what makes this, I think, just a little bit cheaper than the 535 is this has a little bit harder, like it's still a 3 to 3.5 pound brake or pull, but it has just a little harder brake and a little longer reset, but it is a forced reset. So while the reset is just a little longer, I think the reset is more forced, and that has given me the ability to, I think, shoot a little faster. Getting that trigger finger back out to the reset to be able to pull it again obviously enables you to shoot a little bit faster. So I don't know how well this is going to come across on camera. Hey, check out Swaro slings while you're at it too. They're a Arizona company. I have a bunch of their slings. Just a quick one off there. However, so here's the 535 trigger. It is definitely a lighter feeling brake with a much shorter reset, but that reset isn't as forced out as the Blitz trigger. Now again, for comparison, right? So the brake on this feels just a shade heavier, not in poundage, and it's weird to say. If you've been shooting for a long time, you could probably following along, but they're both like that 3.5 pound pull weight. This is just less crisp, so to speak, with a little longer reset, but a more forced reset. Now the trigger blade on this is a bit wider than the 535, and it is solid steel versus that skeletal or skeletonized cut polished trigger that the 535 is. Now I think this trigger comes in play with people with a little bit bigger fingers, a little bit bigger hands, and gloves. With the trigger blade being a bit wider, there's a little bit more purchase on it. It's not, the 535 has a very rounded trigger face. This one has a little bit more squared off trigger face, a little bit flatter purchase, and I think allows for gloves and maybe a little bit meatier hands to be a little bit more comfortable on a trigger like this. So we're going to shoot this real quick. Just a little bit about a few things that are on here. Gideon Optics Advocate. This is their one power prism. That's their one power prism. There's also a discount to Gideon in the website link below. The Resilient Suppressors, Stacy's Mom. This is an awesome suppressor. There is a review of that coming up. And this is all on the Anderson Frontline 11.5. So I'm going to try to give you some sort of a like it's a good clean trigger. It's a good clean reliable trigger to use. Let's see how fast I can just like get 5 rounds out, right? Woo! It is a fast trigger. That forced reset, not to be confused with forced reset triggers, but that more forced reset really does allow you to run this trigger pretty darn fast. It's been a very reliable trigger, hasn't had any hiccups, problems, or anything like that. Easy install, has the springs on the bottom, so there's none of the screw adjustments to create tension with it. It does come with the anti-walk pins and of course all the tools that it takes to install it. Little dab of blue Loctite and rock and roll. So it's time to discuss price. To the YouTube censors, I'm not selling this. I am not selling any regulated goods. I am not selling this firearm. All I'm doing is forwarding on information to the viewer so that they can make the best decision possible, which is really the entire intent behind this video. It is just to bring you something that is in a more affordable price range than that $535 for people that still want a high performance, good quality, reliable trigger. So YouTube censors, I'm not selling this or any regulated goods. Leave me alone. These come in at $209.99 before the discount. RTT20 gets you 20% off. No special links, no, just go to the website and RTT20 at checkout gets you 20% off any Rise Armament trigger. So that helps a ton as far as the hit this might make on your wallet. So that is all I have for the Rise Armament Blitz trigger. Easy install. I mean, when I talk about Rise triggers, it's like a broken record. They're all easy install. They're all high quality. They are all very reliable. This is just another one to add to my collection of Rise triggers that I fully depend on all the time. So to say that I recommend Rise triggers is an understatement. Don't forget to check out the website below, links, the discount and promo codes. That's where you'll find things for Rise, Gideon Optics, and other things that you can get a discount for. Additionally, check out Copper Jacket Arms, my company. Doing my best here. I appreciate your support, guys. I really, really do. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Remember to hit all notifications so that you may possibly accidentally get my videos put in your feed, although YouTube doesn't tend to do that. Otherwise, share. Please share these videos because it is the only way that content creators like me and others in the firearms realm are actually able to get our videos out there. I appreciate all of you out there. Thank you to Rise Armament for sending this trigger out. I will continue spending my money with you. I will continue spending my money on Rise Armament products, and to say that I recommend you do the same is an understatement. I'll talk to you guys later.